Hi there Gemini, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive reading for September 28th through to October the 4th. Gemini, let's see what's on the cards for you. Let's get started with the Work Your Light Oracle from Rebecca Campbell, just to see what overarching theme or message wants to come through for you. Gemini. There we go, I've got a jumper. And we have got Mirror, who or what is triggering you? So Gemini, it might be a week to pay, closer attention to those who are around you and also to your own reactions. Are you reacting or are you responding? And maybe we need to move into responding rather than reacting. Generally, when somebody triggers us, it's because there's either a piece that they hold that we want for ourselves, something that we might be missing within ourselves that we need to cultivate within ourselves, and that can trigger us. It's an interesting observation. Okay, Gemini, getting you a Yogic Path card. I felt like I had a second point to that, Gemini. Sorry, it totally escaped me. Stop. Rajas, yeah, this is a really kind of full fire energy here, and it's about action and all of that. The thing with the Rajas energy is that sometimes it can tip over into aggression or anger, and we've got the Mirror card, who or what is triggering us. So just going to need to keep yourself balanced this week and apply some of that cooling energy to this kind of Rajas fire that you're burning. But it is, when that energy is in the reading, Gemini, it's a week to use that energy to be productive, to move things ahead, to take action. So let's see what comes up in the tarot story for you. Beginning with the energy of the recent past. Nine of Swords, okay. You might have been dealing with something that's stressing you out, or this could be the trigger, but look what's at the bottom of the deck. I think everything is going to be okay. The worst is over. Focus energy, moving on. Here's your fire energy. Let's get out your near future outcome energy, Gemini. Five of Cups, and I have the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's kind of an energy of push and pull here, right? Wanting to move forward, but we've got these kind of pause energies as well, and reflective energies. So you can see the challenge in that, Gemini. No major arcana yet. Let's see what comes out for the clarifiers. Clarifying the Nine of Swords. I have got... here we go. Here's your major arcana. Guess what it is? The Tower. I was thinking that there had to be some kind of big piece to this. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands. It's on the ground. There it goes. It is the Nine of Pentacles. Excellent. That's the kind of nine that you want. Let's clarify the Five of Cups. Aha. When I was saying about the Rajas and the cooling energy that you need... the energy of Temperance. It is the card of Sagittarius. You've got two cards of Sagittarius here, but this is the great soother, the balancer. This is kind of the balancing force to that energy. We've got the Knight of Swords here, so two knights, and I have the Ten of Swords here at the bottom of this deck. So Gemini, Knight of Swords, you're appearing at the end of the reading here. We've got some kind of stressful energy to start off with. So this is your reading if you have been through some kind of, I'm kind of feeling maybe quite kind of fiery ending here. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Tower, along with that Mirror Oracle card. It's like maybe there was a bit of a showdown, or somebody has been really triggering you. Sorry about that, Gemini. I had to restart the camera. The card was getting full. Okay, so recent past. Look at this combination. The Nine of Swords is like, okay, there was a situation that was maybe stressing you out, causing you some tension for a while, and it could have been because somebody was triggering you, and it obviously with these readings, guys, the big themes that stand out, is maybe somebody in the workplace that's triggering us, that we're having conflict with. It could be the trigger, you know, of a partner maybe needing to bring a relationship to a close. But, you know, I've really felt that you sort of had this, this feeling that something needed to come to an end. But it can be very stressful, right? Especially if the trigger is outside of our control. So I'm seeing here that, you know, with the 10 of Swords in the Tower, that something did come to quite an abrupt end here. We see some kind of mixed energy coming up after this, a little bit of mourning the loss, a little bit of stepping in the power, you know, a little bit of a pause. So I think, you know, you're really in the rebalancing phase from this at the moment. Some of you may have already experienced this, or some of you might be on the threshold of it this week. You know, the Tower can be an energy of sudden change, and it can be, you know, a big completion in your life. With the 10 of Swords and the Tower together, I would say it potentially was something that was a little bit hurtful, relationship coming to a sudden close because somebody says, you know, announces out of nowhere that they've fallen out of love, potentially a workplace situation going down that you didn't see coming that results in the loss of the job. It could have been with that trigger, that Mirror Oracle card, you know, somebody starting an argument, something that just happened out of the blue and you found yourself, you know, involved in that situation. The thing about the Tower, guys, is that, you know, I know it seems chaotic and full on at the time, but it is said that it is a blessing in disguise, because the Tower comes in to remove something for your life that isn't in alignment so that you can get on track to your path, you know, your true purpose. And that's why we say there's a silver lining in the Tower. But it can feel really uncomfortable at the time, especially with the 10 of Swords here. I mean, a 10 of Swords ending can be painful, and it can involve a betrayal, some kind of deception as well. So I'm really feeling that somebody might have came out of nowhere with something, and, you know, it's really been a bit of a shock to you. I'm feeling that the shook energy here, guys, shaking the foundation. The Tower's come down. You didn't see it coming. The Nine of Swords could even be the aftermath, you know. I didn't see this coming. This is so stressful and feeling out of balance and all of that kind of thing. And then you could have tipped over into this fiery Rajas energy, you know, wanting to kind of have it out with this person, but it's important to apply that kind of soothing energy. But look at this, Gemini. I mean, ultimately, I really feel that you are going to be claiming your victory out of this Tower. I think it's a hidden blessing for you, because in your current or focus energy this week, we see you not only moving on, but moving on to this beautiful energy of the Nine of Pentacles, going from a Nine of Swords to a Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is really, you know, about being independent, self-sufficient, shining brightly, being magnetic, and successful, really successful in your achievements, standing in your own light and not needing to lean on anyone else. So it could be that, you know, you are the one that's kind of coming out of this as like, you know, there could have been a deception. You could be then, you know, people are on your side. They know that you're an honest party in this, or whatever it is. You could be now going out on your own in a working situation, or, you know, stepping into that singledom after a relationship ending, but in your full glory, kind of transformed. It's a bit of a butterfly emerging, the Nine of Pentacles energy. And I really feel it's going to be like, okay, well, now I can really charge forward and maybe achieve all those things that I've put on the back burner for a while. You know, the Knight of Wands is the card of Sagittarius that, you know, gets on that horse and charges into the new frontier. Very much a quick, you know, fiery, let's move forward. You know what? Okay, I'm done with that. I'm not going to let it hold me back. I'm not going to sit in that Nine of Swords. I'm charging on to the Nine of Pentacles. So it's like quick recovery. You know, the Tower's fallen. I'm not going to sit in the rubble. I'm going to rise like the phoenix from the ashes as this Nine of Pentacles. So I'm really pleased to see that combination here following on from that Tower, Gemini. And I guess the little message here with these cards in your near future outcome is don't look back. So we've got the Five of Cups, the Temperance Major Arcana, and the Knight of Swords. So let's talk about the Five of Cups first. I mean, this can be the temptation a little bit further down the track when we get over the initial like gung-ho moving on and, I'm not looking back and all of that. That when the dust settles, that we do get reflective and we do start to dwell on what happened, and we do start to play it back in our head, and we do start to overthink again. because the person in the Five of Cups is lamenting the past and kind of thinking about what they lost out of that situation. Oh, it would have been really good if I could have stayed in that job for a little bit longer, and I would have, reached that savings goal, and I'd have my car, my house deposit, my whatever it is by now, or that relationship's just another loss, and it's holding me in this negativity kind of thing. So really the message here is that the past is the past. We can't go back and change it. So really all we can do is accept it and then make better decisions in the present moment in order to be able to move forward in a different direction and to create a different reality for ourselves. Because the person that stays in the charge of the past, stays in this, this cloak of sadness or depression or negativity or whatever it is for you, and through that you can actually block opportunities from coming in, right? There are new opportunities there for you that maybe you just don't see them at the moment because you're too busy, connecting to the energetic charge of the past. It's a number 5, guys, and 5 in tarot, is a conflicting energy, but it's also that point of change between the 1 and the 10. So it's whatever decisions that you make now really have the ability to determine how this unfolds and how you move forward. Do you just accept your losses and put it down to a lesson learned, or are you going to dwell in that energy and let it consume you? I think that you will, move ahead here. I mean, look at this energy here, Gemini, the Temperance Angel and the Knight of Swords. So let's bring in the Four of Swords here too. Temperance is the great soother, and it actually is the major arcana that follows on from the Death card, number 13. So it's really saying to you, do the work of balance out that, that fire energy, that sadness energy of Rajas that you might be feeling. Bring some balance to it, some calm, some tranquility. Take some time out, pause, a rest if you need to heal, to recalibrate. It says here with the link to the Three of Swords that there could be levels of sadness or sorrow or heartbreak for some of you out of this situation. It's interesting because, this is a number 4, and the Tower is energy that shakes foundations, but 4 is the number of, of foundations and stability in the tarot. So it's about you now doing the healing, doing the balancing, recalibrating in order to begin to build your own solid foundation again. And this is just a momentary pause just to get your thoughts together, because we've got the Ace of Swords under the Soldier here, and look at this Knight of Swords, which is actually your card, Gemini, has the Ace of Swords again. And the Ace of Swords is the breakthrough, the inspiration, it's the new battle plan, and you'll kind of know when the time is to get back out there, get back on the horse and charge forward. And I think that you'll have the insight, some kind of insight or breakthrough about the situation. You might, realize, why it played out like it did, and understand those triggers and the lesson learned, and then you can kind of get back on your way, get back out there again. Temperance is also a card of divine guidance. It's the guiding light, the guiding angel, and it talks about, rebalancing yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, getting those right ingredients together to move forward now. And it's when we kind of do that work of rebalancing, just noticing that the Six of Pentacles was under the deck here on the left, which is a real card of balance as well. When we get into that place of balance, that's when that new path forward really opens up. And then, you'll be back in your power, Gemini, as the Knight of Swords, making quick progress, using that great intellect, communicating, with truth and clarity, all the great, all those great qualities that you have. There's something really like a peace landing here. I mean, look at the Halo and the angel, and then the kind of a little kind of light of awakening in this card here too. I kind of feel like all the pieces are going to come together, and you're going to realize actually this tower is a hidden blessing, and I'm now moving forward, about to jump through a portal into another chapter where I'm actually going to be in my power and taking that lesson learned under my belt forward with me, and I won't repeat that again, and now I'm going to see those 2 opportunities in the Five of Cups that are right behind me, and I'm ready to seize them and run with them, just like that Knight of Wands. Okay, Gemini, I am going to leave it there, and I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Keep in mind it is a general reading for the collective, so it may not be everyone's story this week. Feel free to leave me a comment if you're called to share. I do read them all and try to respond to them all as well. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I will see you back here next week for another reading.